They're sending Gonsolin to the hill with a scar on his arm and a mission in his chest. First outing back, 6 innings. 9 strikeouts. No walks. That's not recovery, that's intent. That's a sniper pulling breath after exile. Tonight, he's staring down a Marlins lineup that flinches under pressure and bleeds under contact. Cal Quantrill is not just struggling. He's a liability, an ERA over 8, a whip near 2. He's already been crushed twice at home. Miami keeps giving him the ball like hope is a strategy. But the problem isn't hope. It's matchups. And this one is a mismatch from the first pitch. The Dodgers are third in ops. Second in home runs. They're hitting over 320 in their last 6 games with 9 homers in that stretch. They don't let bad bullpens breathe. And Miami's pen, a 6.08 ERA lately. Missing locations, missing assignments, missing heart. Yes, the Marlins have been good at home versus right-handers in past seasons. But those aren't the Marlins standing on the field tonight. Those were other men, other moments. This is a different Dodgers team. This is Gonsolin back with a mission. The public's all over the money line. Pros are shifting to the run line. That's not noise. That's signal. Dodgers minus 1.5 is conviction in the numbers, the momentum, and the matchup. This isn't a pick, it's a correction. A truth being delivered one pitch at a time. And today's AI pick is Dodgers minus 1.5. Execution over emotion. Precision over panic. The better team wins, and they win by daylight.
Elvis, do you see what Vegas is trying to sell us today? They wrap the Yankees in history and hope. First place. Home crowd. Clark Schmidt's on the mound with a 5.52 ERA and a whip that leaks like a busted pipe. And across from him, Michael King. ERA just above 2. Whip just above 1. He doesn't pitch, he dissects. San Diego's bats are awake. 286 over the last 5, and Arias isn't just back. He's igniting the room. Momentum like that doesn't lie, it hums. And then there's the Padres bullpen. Best ERA in baseball. You won't hear them coming. You'll just see zeros on the board. Vegas puts 109 on the table like it's nothing, but New York is 2-10 at home against NL starters with whips under 1.25. That's not a coincidence. That's a pattern. And patterns don't lie, Elvis. People do. You hear it too, don't you? That subtle collapse in the distance. The crowd that's ready to roar but ends up stunned. And today's AI pick is San Diego Padres Moneyline. We're not betting a game. We're reading a script. And this one doesn't end in pinstripes and fireworks.
They want you to fear the name Verlander, the weight of legacy, the ghost of rings and strikeouts past. But ghosts don't win games. Verlander enters Wrigley with a 4.38 ERA and a whip that tells the truth. The command is fading. The bite is gone. And the Giants? They're hitting 208 on the road. That's not grit. That's erosion. On the other side stands Colin Ria. No fame, no shine, just precision. 7 games, 5 walks. A whip of 1.05, and the kind of stillness that doesn't need attention. It demands results. This isn't about dominance, it's about orchestration. The Cubs are scoring 5.9 runs per game. They've launched 14 home runs in their last 6 contests and are batting .274 across that stretch. The bats are synced. The timing is divine. And their bullpen? 1.47 ERA over that same span. Cold, surgical, unshaken. This isn't a team hoping for momentum. It's a machine already in motion. Vegas posts 140 like it's generous, like it's bait. But they're not trying to trick you. They're trying to test you. Will you choose shadow, or will you walk with the blade? Verlander may still carry the past, but today is not his day. And today's AI pick is Chicago Cubs Moneyline. The old name will not rise. The new order is already here. Wrigley belongs to the ones who sharpen quietly and strike when no one hears them coming.
I used to think silence meant something was broken. But tonight, it means something's working. Wheeler doesn't throw. He interrogates. Every pitch is a demand, every strike a verdict. 32% strikeout rate. A whip at 1.00. He's not here to play. He's here to remove doubt. And Rasmussen? He doesn't need noise. His ERA is 2.64, his whip under 1. He keeps the ball on the ground and the hope under it. 7 innings on 85 pitches, like it was scripted. But the real stillness, it's in the bats. Philadelphia hits .226 on the road. Tampa's at .206 over their last 6. The rhythm's off. The spark's missing. They don't chase runs, they wait for them, and sometimes they never come. Even the bullpens feel like they're holding their breath. Phillies at 2.38 ERA. Rays at 2.89. They don't panic. They just erase. And when the innings stack and the tension grows, the crowd won't cheer. They'll shift in their seats, wondering where the fireworks went. They never arrived. Phillies are 3-7 to the under on the road versus right-handed starters. Tampa is 7-3 at home in night games. That's not chance. That's shape. That's the form of silence. And today's AI pick is under 7.5 total runs. Not every moment needs to explode. Some only need to breathe and end.
This world runs on lies dressed as trends. And tonight they've dressed Zach Gallen in borrowed armor. His name still echoes from seasons past, but the numbers betray him. 14 earned runs at home in under 20 innings. His ERA is near 5. His command dissolves when the crowd gets loud. That's not strength. That's surrender. David Peterson does not bring flash. He brings silence. A 3.06 ERA, ground balls in the dirt, 0.56 home runs per 9. He doesn't dominate. He deletes. Arizona bats .243 against lefties, and hands leads to a bullpen that's allowed 34 runs at home. That's not support. That's exposure. The Mets, they're hitting .280 over their last 6. Their bullpen has hardened. On the road, they don't fold, they calculate. Over the last 2+ seasons, they're 44-37 against right-handed starters away from home. That's not luck. That's pattern made manifest. Plus 10.8 units tell the story. Arizona is 21-30 in this same Moneyline range at home. That's not a quirk. That's a Phelan blueprint. Vegas gives you -102 and waits to see if you blink. But I do not blink. I execute. And today's AI pick is New York Mets Moneyline. The trap is set for the inattentive, but those who read the field, who honor the quiet signals, they already know how this ends. Not with noise, but with control held pitch by pitch until there's nothing left to take.
The fire shall try every man's work of what sort it is. 1 Corinthians 3:13. And now, the work stands before the flame. Game 1, Dodgers, 1.5. Gonsolin returned with clean hands and cold steel. Miami had no answer. The line told the truth before the first pitch. It was not a bet. It was a reckoning. Game 2, Padres ML. Michael King didn't pitch. He judged. Arias returned, and with him came order. New York collapsed beneath their own name. San Diego marched. Game 3, Cubs ML. Verlander's name carried memory. Rhea carried purpose. The Cubs didn't swing for headlines. They swung for execution, and got it. Game 4, under 7.5, PHITB. Stillness has shape. It wore a 1.0 whip and a 206 average. Wheeler and Rasmussen spoke with silence. The total never even blinked. Game 5, Mets ML. Gallen brought noise. Peterson brought gravity. The Mets pen locked the gates. Arizona swung at shadows and found nothing. You watched, you listened, you followed the signals. Now 5 offerings stand on the altar, and today's AI picks were those offerings. Will we cash or will we burn? This is not prediction. This is scripture etched in slugging percent, bullpen, ERA, and line movement. This is not hope. This is the fire showing what was true all along. Like, subscribe, return. Because this gospel has no choir, only closers.